What does it mean to practice? How do you start from square one, from knowing nothing at all about the drums and barely being able to play a paradiddle, to square 36, where your rolls are flying around the kit, you're playing with a band, and you finally learn that song you thought was impossible? Seems like an improbable mountain to climb, right? But everyone, and I mean every drummer you've ever looked up to, had a moment in their lives when they picked up the sticks for the first time. And they probably weren't that good. We all start at square one, and knowing how to get from there to wherever your own musical goals are. It takes practice, and the better we know how to practice, the faster we can reach our goals. The first thing I want you to know is practice can be fun. It's a specific kind of fun and really satisfaction that comes from really nailing a concept perfectly and feeling like you've got it figured out. That's something I want you to keep in mind. If you don't enjoy the process, you won't stick with it. So remember to mentally congratulate yourself when you feel like you've really mastered a technique or concept. You're that much closer to your own goals and freedom with every step you take. And freedom is the key word here, improving your technique, coordination, dynamics, vocabulary. It's not to accumulate technical skills for their own sake, hopefully. Rather, what you're doing when you improve your skills is you're developing the ability to express yourself without limitations. Freedom of expression is a worthy goal, and to me, that is the point of practice. It's like you're chipping away at your own limitations so that if you can think it, you can play it, and you can play it effortlessly. So let's get into this. Now, explaining and demonstrating all the finer details of stick technique, grip, molar technique, coordination systems, that would take hours. And if you're looking for those specifics, you can find lessons on all of these topics all on my website. There will be a link to the description for you to check those out and get to work. But no matter what you're working on specifically, here are some principles I want you to keep in mind. So much of what practice is all about is muscle memory. It's about building up strong habits in your brain and body so that you don't have to consciously put effort into playing what you want. When something is truly ingrained into your muscle memory, you don't have to give it a second thought. It almost just happens on its own. Think about how you use a fork every day, or ride a bike, or even just walk down the stairs. These things were difficult to learn at first, but now they happen so automatically that you didn't even think about them today. It's the same with playing an instrument. And here's the most important concept that I want you to remember about muscle memory. Everything, and I mean everything about what or how you play becomes habit. The consistency of your dynamics, the subtle nuances of your timing, every single little thing will be captured by your muscle memory for better or worse. In other words, if your timing is off while you practice, you are encoding that timing into your brain and into the way you play. So I want you to remember this beyond all else. You should strive to sound perfect when you practice. Imagine in your head exactly what you want to sound like. Imagine what it's like to play every single note perfectly. How consistent can you get your quarter notes to sound? Can you get them perfectly in time? Can you get the same articulation, the same sound and dynamics from the drum or cymbal with every hit?
Here are a few of the concepts that have helped me improve on the drums the most. The first thing is speed. And by speed, I mean the lack of speed. How slow have you practiced paradiddles? If you haven't already, I recommend you practice paradiddles even slower than you're seeing here. If you can analyze each and every note and perfect it, it'll sound 10 times better when you play them up to speed. Here's another one. try combining odd groupings and even metered music. It stretches your brain to place accents around the beat in different places you might not be used to. Here, I'm playing eighth notes and accenting every fifth note with my hands. Here's the same concept, but applied to 16th notes. If you can maintain quarter notes with your hi-hat foot, or even count the quarter notes out loud, you'll quickly discover new rhythms you wouldn't think of otherwise. You'll strengthen your sense of rhythm and develop your coordination faster than ever before. The crazier you get with combining numbers, the more fun you'll have and the more you'll improve as a drummer as you find the center of all of these cycling rhythms. Here, I'm playing a 7-note pattern with my kick drum, while maintaining quarter notes with my hi-hat foot and 16th notes with my hands.
I want you to think about these practice concepts with whatever you're practicing today, what you practice tomorrow, when you're practicing ideas from the next episodes, or the techniques on my website. Try this out and let me know what you feel when you do. You're going to notice a fundamental shift in how you approach teaching your body and mind new concepts on the drums. Whatever it is, I want you to play it and really ask yourself, is it perfect? Am I able to play it easily without mental or physical strain? Is my technique relaxed when I play it? Does it feel as effortless as riding a bicycle? If the answer is no to any of these questions, start breaking down what you're playing. Strip away some of the extraneous elements, simplify what you're doing, slow the part down, and isolate the elements that make up your practice. Then, ask yourself the same question again. Is it perfect? When you've simplified or slowed the part down enough that it's perfect, you're ready. It probably doesn't feel effortless just yet. It probably feels like you have to concentrate to maintain the quality of what you're playing. That's okay. Now we're in the perfect position to transform what you're playing from an action to a habit. This happens through slow repetition. Focus, maintain that perfect pattern, and repeat and repeat and repeat it. You are writing this pattern perfectly into your muscle memory, and it's going to be there when you need it later on. After some time practicing like this, it'll be just like riding a bicycle. I often say that to this day, the thing I focus on practicing the most is still just simple 16th notes. But I also want to hear from you. What are you practicing today? Make sure you leave a comment down below and stay tuned for the next episodes. I can't wait to see you there. Until next time.